fellow music fans, welcome back to Psychology of Rock. If you're new here, my name's Nina, and today we're going to be doing a lyrical deep dive into the song Natural Science by Rush, which appears as the final track on the album Permanent Waves, which was released in 1980. I love everything about this song. I think it's completely underrated, and I can't think of a song that has more brilliant lyrics, which is why I picked it for today's analysis. And we're really going to pick it apart today, but overall, I see the song as a critical reflection on the complex relationship between nature, humanity, and technology that kind of urges us to strive for progress while acknowledging our responsibility to the natural world and for preserving our essential human values. The song is in 3 parts, and after really reflecting on the lyrics, I think it explores a multitude of themes, such as our interconnectedness with the universe, the recurring cyclical patterns of life and existence, the power and resilience of nature, the potential dangers of unchecked progress, the importance of integrity and artistic expression, and the vulnerability of human values. And there are just so many Rush songs that I completely relate to, but lyrically, I feel like Neil Peart really outdid himself here, and that this song is more relevant than ever. So let's go ahead and go through this song line by line. I will offer my commentary on each section, and then I will offer my final thoughts at the end. But as always, I have to give the disclaimer that this is just my own personal analysis. I'm in no way attempting to try to speak for the band, and there can, of course, be other interpretations. And I would love to hear your perspective, so please feel free to leave your thoughts down below. And with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get started with tide pools. We begin with the lines, "When the ebbing tide retreats along the rocky shoreline, it leaves a trail of tidal pools in a short-lived galaxy." So the song opens with a vivid image of the tide receding, leaving behind temporary pools of water that are teeming with life. These pools are compared to a short-lived galaxy, highlighting the interconnectedness and the impermanence of everything, including the human experience. It goes on to say, "Each microcosmic planet, a complete society." And then the next verse starts with, "A simple kind mirror to reflect upon our own." So here the song suggests that within each tide pool, a microcosm of life exists with its own social structures and interactions. These miniature societies can be seen as reflections of our own human societies, offering insights into our own behavior and potential pitfalls. It then says, "All the busy little creatures chasing out their destinies, living in their pools, they soon forget about the sea." So the creatures in the tide pools are described as being focused on their own immediate lives and being unaware of the larger ocean that surrounds them. I think this could potentially represent humanity's tendency to be consumed by daily concerns and lose sight of the bigger picture. And then we finally get to the iconic lines, "Wheels within wheels in a spiral array, a pattern so grand and complex." I think this recurring lyric is talking about the concept of interconnectedness and complexity. It suggests that life is not linear, but rather a series of linked events and patterns, both large and small. It then says, "Time after time we lose sight of the way, our causes can't see their effects." I think this final part in the first section emphasizes our human shortcoming of forgetting the consequences of our actions. Sometimes we become so focused on our short-term goals that we fail to consider the long-term impact of our choices. The song now moves on to the second part, which is called Hyperspace, and it begins with the lines, "A quantum leap forward in time and space, the universe learned to expand." This section seems to introduce the concept of rapid progress and advancement, possibly in reference to technological leaps. It goes on to say, "The mess and the magic, triumphant and tragic, a mechanized world out of hand." So here I think the song is just acknowledging the potential benefits and drawbacks of progress. So in other words, technological advancements can lead to triumphs, but can also have tragic consequences if not controlled, potentially resulting in a world that is dominated by machines, which is something that is extremely relevant right now with everything going on with AI. Now the last lines in this section before we get to the repeat of the Wheels Within Wheels part says, "Computerized clinic for superior cynics who dance to a synthetic band. In their own image the world is fashioned, no wonder they don't understand." This is such a beautiful example of Neil's incredible poetry. I think these lines criticize a future society where humans become cynical and rely on technology for everything, including entertainment, which is something we are already seeing more and more of. I think this part is also suggesting that these individuals are self-absorbed and disconnected from the world around them, which has led to a lack of understanding. So now, after the repeat, we move on to the third section, which is called Permanent Waves, and it starts with the lines, "Science, like nature, must also be tamed with a view towards its preservation." So here we see this section shifting to a more hopeful tone. It's arguing that science, like nature, needs to be approached with caution and a focus on preserving its integrity. It even goes on to say, given the same state of integrity, it will surely serve us well. I think this line is emphasizing the importance of respecting both science and nature and is suggesting that they can benefit us if we treat them with respect and responsibility. Now, I absolutely love the next line, which says, "Art as expression, not as market campaigns." This verse critiques the commodification of art and emphasizes the importance of authentic expression. It's stating that true art should not be driven by commercial interests, that it should come from a person's genuine artistic vision, which is something that I think that Rush has always been known for. Next, we have the lines, "Will capture our imaginations. Given the same state of integrity, it will surely help us along." I think this is just kind of expanding on the last line, saying that genuine art that's created with integrity is something that can inspire and uplift us. We then move on to the lines, "The most endangered species, the honest man, will still survive annihilation, forming a world state of integrity, sensitive, open, and strong." So here I think the song is just driving home the importance of honesty and integrity and saying that these qualities are crucial for both human survival and the creation of a better future. And finally, we move on to the last lines, "Wave after wave will flow with the tide and bury the world as it does. Tide after tide will flow and recede, leaving life to go on as it was." So the song concludes with a reflection on the cyclical nature of life and the ongoing struggle for survival. I think it's saying that despite all the challenges and all the destruction, life always finds a way to continue and evolve. This song is a masterpiece on every level, and taking the time to analyze it has only made me appreciate it that much more. I think what makes Natural Science such a brilliant piece of music is that it's able to combine intellectual depth with emotional resonance, and it really encourages us to think critically, and it offers a very unique perspective on a pretty complex issue. I also think it's a powerful example of how music can be used to explore social and philosophical themes and potentially inspire reflection and change. And like I said earlier, I think the song's message about losing sight of human values and genuine human connection resonates even more in this increasingly globalized and digital world. So those are my thoughts on Natural Science, but I would love to hear yours, so don't forget to leave a comment down below. And also please let me know what song you'd like me to break down next, Rush or otherwise. As always, I hope you enjoyed today's analysis. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week.